right, we're
All right.
recording.
We are back. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. We don't have a theme song or anything, but yes, we're back. It's just me and just Mike. Brian's still part of the show. He just has some things going on. He'll be phasing in and out, sort of, for a while.
Yeah.
But he's not gone. He's just gone for now. You know,
I saw him today.
Yeah, exactly. You hung out with him today. We're on good terms. He didn't quit the show. We didn't kick him off the show. But it's just going to be me and Mike for a while, which is fine.
Right.
By the way, you guys did a great job a couple weeks ago. In my absence. In fact, you know what? I'll talk about that real quick before we get started. I had to work 2 overnight doubles in a row at my day job, so I was unavailable to record that evening. Which, hey, it is what it is, man. Sometimes real life gets in the way of your goofy little podcast passion projects, which is exactly what this is that we do.
Which should be illegal, but it's life. Yeah.
Yeah. When you get paid overtime, nobody.
You gotta take money.
I'm not gonna
pay rent and food. You know.
Yeah, I ain't mad. I ended up with a 4-day weekend from it, so I'm cheap. Not. Life
this stuff is not good. I don't like this.
What stuff?
Olipop. It's like got fake sugar in it. It's no sugar. But it's got some other sweetener. It's just not. I
don't drink soda. I drink seltzer. I drink a little bit of booze, but I don't drink any soda. It's bad. Stuff's bad for you, bro.
5 grams of sugar, and it's got cactus juice in it and artichoke something. I don't know. It's all like
artichoke blood. Right? Is artichoke an animal or a plant? I don't even know.
Artichoke's a plant.
Is it? I don't even. It sounds like something that would be an animal. Like, look at all the wild artichokes.
Yeah, it does.
Doesn't it sound like? Yeah, it sounds
Artie
like
the Choker. Yeah, it's the guy in the mob, Artie the Choker. Yeah,
or a very kinky position if you're into the rough stuff there.
Yeah.
Although no, we're not a family-friendly program. Fuck it, we could talk about kink all we want on here, but what we're supposed to be talking about is sports.
Yes,
we are going to be talking about a couple of things this week. We're going to do a quick one. Mike, choose your own adventure. You put the first topic on the board. Let's do it.
Well, we could talk about breaking news. Jalen Brunson hurt his knee 5 seconds into the Knicks game, so now he's hurt and he's not coming back into the game. I don't know if it's over by now. Everybody in the Knicks is hurt. They're down to like 3 guys and a janitor. And that's the Knicks right now.
Yeah, pretty soon they're just going to do open tryouts before games. It's like, all right, the game's at 7:00. If you show up at 4:30 and you know how to run some patterns. We'll fix you with some new Nikes. Let's go.
The Knicks are finally competitive after how many years of garbage basketball, and like this was like so far they're closest to where they're going to go all the way. We don't know. They look good enough to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, they were a threat. They were a legit threat. You know, they weren't a joke. They were legit. They made these great trades at the deadline. Everyone's like, no, the trades aren't good. And it's like, you kidding me? The team is outstanding. And so I don't know where all the backlash came from on the trade.
Oh, dude, yeah, I'll definitely back you up on that because as soon as they made the trade for OG, didn't they win like 7 in a row or something nuts like the next week?
They were like He-Man when he pulled out his sword. They got that much better. You know, it's like superpower.
And the thing is, I'm not like a super basketball expert, but I will say that I've watched more Knicks games and followed them probably more this year than I have in any year ever. And the thing is, like you said, they made the trades.
Yeah.
And they're in, even before they made the trades, they were in every game. Even the games that they were losing. And we're talking against like the top seeded. We're talking against the Celtics and the Bucks and all that. They were 1 or 2 bad possessions or a 1 fourth quarter mistake away from winning a lot of those games. And so it is really kind of it doesn't feel quite as much of an emotional roller coaster as the Jet season felt like, because that was over right away. This one, the Knicks, it started off kind of wonky and then they got hot and then everyone got hurt. And right now we're back at womp as the emotion. So
it's not their fault. It's just they're hurt, and it's frustrating, you know. And this,
I think that if they're gonna get a decent seed and they can find a way to tread water, they should do that and then kind of make sure that their heavy hitters are back for the playoffs. I think that might be the strategy that they're going for. But then again, I'm not in those meetings, and neither are you.
Yeah, I mean it's only March 3rd. I mean, right now I think they're the 4th seed in the East. I don't know. They've lost 7 of 9, I think, of late. So hopefully they'll get some life. I mean, everybody's saying they don't have depth, and even with depth, I mean, the team is decimated. Like there's not many people left, and the guys who are playing are overplaying to make up for the fact that a lot of their starters are out. So now with Brunson being hurt, they're going to have to get like Larry David to play because he just finished career. They're going to have to get somebody who's got time in their hands to get out there and play.
Yeah, they're going to have to go into the luxury boxes and see if Amari and Melo want to come downstairs and come out of retirement for a weekend.
Yeah,
try to play some fucking offense.
Yeah, call Caitlin Clark or somebody, just somebody playing. I don't get anybody at this point. So they're decimated. Ben Stiller's going to play. Spike Lee might play. Frank the Tank. All the new Knick fans, all the new and old Knick fans are going to start playing.
So, I mean, I'd watch that. I'm just saying they'd lose, but it would be the most entertaining Knicks game probably in a number of years. By the way, is my mic making weird noises again, or am I okay?
I hear like a rattling, like something.
No, that was me moving it. Do you hear like a humming noise? Or
no? See, now you got me thinking that I might hear one. I don't think I hear one. You put like an earworm in my ear. Like, wait, is there a humming noise? I don't think so. If it is, it's so faint I can't really notice. Now I can't hear you at all.
Okay, can you hear it now? Sorry, I had my mic muted. Do you hear like a humming noise in the background or no?
Wait, let's listen. No.
Okay, so it's just me.
What was that band? And the song was what was it? The Crash Test Dummies, and Weird Al made fun of it. No.
I have no idea. I remember the Madonna song. That Madonna song Frozen. That was the whole song. This is
something. Yeah.
I don't know that song. I don't really know. Brian. We could. That's when we could use Brian, is when we make like Britney Spears and Beyonce and Madonna references. Although he's not that kind of gay. He's into like heavy metal and stuff. He's not like your stereotype.
He's into Tool and Wu-Tang, as far as I know.
Hell yeah, I've seen Tool with him like 3 times. Like that's
No, he's got time. I probably know more Madonna songs than he does, just because I'm 42 years old and I grew up on Madonna. So I got some Madonna on my phone jamming out. I got the 80s playlist going. Hell yeah.
I would have never guessed that out of you. That you're
Borderline. What else? I don't know, like the early stuff. It just, I don't know, it reminds me of being a kid in Brooklyn in the 80s.
Like a Virgin? Do you get down with Like a Virgin? Do you
ever
in your car? Do you ever pull up to a stoplight and you're like belting it out, and like you look at the person next to you and they're just looking at you belting out Madonna's Like a Virgin?
No.
And you get embarrassed?
That's probably why I'm single. No, I have Borderline, and I have, what's the other song? Oh, Get Into the Groove.
Okay, I don't even know that song. I don't.
Yeah, well, gay people want to be Madonna. I want to be with Madonna. If our ages lined up at that time,
even now in 2024, I feel like you still would. That would be.
No, she's all okay. Maybe, I don't know. She's got so much work done. I just feel bad. I don't know. I'm not that.
I don't know. I mean,
I just told somebody with this whole segment.
Dude, I'm telling you, if that would be really funny if this show blew up. If this show blew up to the fact where she heard of us, and you had a shot.
Madonna and Mike Scroy going out.
That would be
it.
That'd be the greatest New York Post page 6 tabloid story of all time.
Has she even gone out with Pete Davidson yet? She can't go out with me until she goes out with Pete.
Yeah. Well, then you can finally live your dream of being Eskimo brothers with Pete Davidson. So congratulations, Mike Scroy. That would be.
Now Phil's camera blacked out. This is the best episode ever. It's just completely off the rails. Phil's camera is out. He dropped out completely. All right. Well, we're going to see if we can get Phil back on. So I think the ghost of Madonna just cursed Phil out of the stratosphere. There's more to come. Wait, he's coming back. There he is. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I have no idea what happened there. My browser
Madonna cursed you. What happened?
Yeah, no. Madonna and Pete heard that. They got upset. They fucked with my internet. It is what it is. Okay, so that was a tangent that we didn't know we needed or wanted. Maybe we didn't know. I have no idea. Maybe it was a bad idea.
That'll be
let's move on here. There is some really interesting news that came out of the Mets camp the other team in New York that you and I don't root for, but they're there. They exist. I go to Cyclones single A games sometimes. The Mets are like the little cousin of the Yankees in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
The Mets announced.
I was gonna say I like to think of the Mets as the team that warmed up Darryl and Doc just for us Yankee fans. Like they got a taste of a championship, and it's like, all right, when you're ready, you'll be on the Yankees, and you'll be with some real. Just kidding.
Well, that was back during the era when the Mets were bigger. The late 80s,
I know they were way
late
bigger.
80s, early 90s, man. The Mets were a bit bigger, I would say, in the city.
Yeah.
I didn't. I only remember that, and then I know a lot of Mets fans that I've talked to, like people a little older than me, and they say they're like, oh yeah, they're like the Mets own this freaking town in like the 80s.
They own New York. No doubt about it.
That's when they started that campaign. I think it was 2014 or 15 when they had those T-shirts that said "Take Back New York." That was like their slogan that year, and I thought that was interesting because I never knew they had New York because I'm only 37. But I guess if you're like 40, 41 or older,
the 80s,
you kind of remember that. Yeah. I just missed that era.
Probably 85 to 89, and then that was it. 90, the Yankees stunk, but
definitely. So the Mets, the other New York team, that they announced they're going to be doing something you don't normally hear of in baseball. They're going to be doing like cheerleaders, hype dancers. I don't know what's the official word, Mike.
I found an ad. You want me to just bring up the picture?
Hell yeah.
Okay, so I found on the left back in January 8th. I didn't even notice this at the time, but they're casting for their first ever Mets hip hop hype team, which is hard to say. The Queens Crew will be part of a freestyle and choreographed hip hop performance at game day at Citi Field. And the nice lady on the right, Emily Thomas, was posting that she officially made the Mets dance team. I wear the same sweatshirt to work every day. So we have the same taste of styles. Aren't we pastors as a society? I mean, is this kind of like misogynistic? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the fact they made her pose specifically with her shirt lifted up so you could see her cleavage, I think is a little misogynistic. Yeah.
It's the shirt. The shirt is designed to be open. I thought it was
pulled. So the shirt's designed to only cover her shoulders. That's
her arms.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I just want to say one quick thing. If you're listening on the audio version, thank you. We appreciate it. But definitely hop over to the YouTube because this episode, like many of them, do require you to follow along with us with pictures and possibly video. And it's a better experience with two senses as opposed to just the one. So quick disclaimer before we get further into this. But so it looks like she just has like a regular hoodie sweatshirt that they just cut off 80% of the cloth in the very front. Like specifically so you could just look at her boobs.
That's what has the vibe of. And like, look, she can do what she wants. She's an adult. She's obviously very talented that she made a professional sports team, even though it's the Mets, their dance team. So good for her. In all honesty,
I couldn't do that. So good for her.
But like, with the cheerleaders and the sex appeal is like, I mean, she's beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, but like, we're really doing this? So I don't know.
I mean, there is definitely a look as a straight male. I'm all for it. As a guy who goes to games, drinks tall boys, possibly gets in shouting matches and the occasional fight with an opposing fan. I am the target market for this. I will say, she's a hottie. I'm sure they're all hotties, little dance team, whatever. But at the same time, I don't know if this is smart for baseball to expand their base, if that makes sense, right? No, like, because if I bring, you bring your girlfriend or you bring your kids or something. I don't have kids, but if people who bring their kids, that maybe might not be the best look. Now, did they say this was going to be for every game or only certain games, or?
I don't know. I know the Mets are always very fan friendly. The Mets, I was saying before the show, they kind of operate like a minor league team in the best possible way with the fan amenities, and they have the t-shirt cannons, and they interview fans between the innings. So this kind of goes with what the Mets do, like the Yankees would never do this. I know
the Yankees
try to have a
promos
mascot
always
once,
suck.
yeah.
I want to hold on. I want to build off what you just said, Mike.
Yeah.
That the Yankees would never do this, because you're right. The Yankees wouldn't do this because the Yankees promos mostly blow. And I actually had this conversation with my girlfriend. We like going to dog games because a lot of major league teams do dog games. You can bring your dog to the game.
Yeah.
The Yankees don't. They're one of the ones that don't, and I think that's lame. I like the fact that the Mets are trying something that you normally see at a basketball game.
Right.
I think again, I like this. I think it's cool. I just hope they pay these girls a lot to do this, because I know that cheerleaders for NFL and NBA are criminally underpaid. I hope that Cohen care of these ladies. I hope they get paid a lot. And again, if they do it tastefully, I could see this done. Like, if it's just like people coming out, and they're just dancing around and they're, high-fiving fans and doing some choreograph that's cool. But if they go a little bit too far down the sexy route with it, I could see them pissing off some fans. That's my only real concern.
I wonder if there's going to be like guys, like in college, they have the male cheerleaders who like lift up the women so they can do the, like stand on each other's shoulders. So maybe, I don't know. Like the Price is Right has dudes now with the women.
I would love to see. Well, it does say individuals with extensive training in dance and live performance. So it doesn't say women only. So you know what? Maybe especially if it's what's the word, unisex, especially if it's just sort of, like a full-on cheerleading team like you just said with the male. That would be actually fun. That'd just be hype. That'd be a good time. Like, that wouldn't be, but yeah, I guess maybe I'm just reading too much into this picture that's on our screen right now of this lovely Emily person with her wearing a sports bra with
she has a lot of almost in her name. I think she spelled her name wrong. Do you think that's her name, or she spelled it that way for fun?
She spelled it that way probably because Emily Thomas was not available on Instagram.
She put extra vowels in there.
Well, no, a lot of women do that. They'll or people in general, they'll just take like one letter off or on, and it's whatever is close. It's kind of like getting a license plate. You know what I mean? Like there's only one of the word, so you have to like spell it with like elite or phonetically or something.
Right. I saw that today on the road. Yeah. I think somebody was cursing me out with their license plate, but it was like in different not like my name. My name is what it is. The 2-1 is just so I can.
It'd be great if you got your last name as a license plate. People would just think it was a regular random one that the state assigned.
Right. They'd be like, "What vanity plate? What are you talking about?"
Yeah, you don't have a vanity plate. Wait,
put that in my act.
Wait a minute. Wait, you paid for that?
Like, you paid for those letters? Why would you?
You went to the DMV with a straight face, handed this in, said, "Here, take my money." And at no point were you just like, "No, this is the best idea in the world."
I met my one of my teachers in school. She taught drama club, so that was like I would do that because it was the only place I could do comedy, right? So like I couldn't sing, I couldn't dance, and like that. But I knew her, and it turns out her mother's maiden name is Scroy, and I met her parents, and they had Scroy license plates, so they have existed in some point. Wow, so I think she's like a super distant cousin.
You couldn't even actually get the license plate. Somebody else already took. Scroy.
Yeah,
so you'd have to be like Scroy 1, or you'd have to be like Scroy, where you spell the I as a 1 or the 0, like the O as a 0.
0, yeah. Maybe the hockey player Mike Scroy, he played for the Islanders. Maybe he had Scroy plates.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's everything we're saying is true. This
is what we.
But Emily Thomas can't get her name, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I hope Emily and everybody else gets paid. I hope they get paid well.
Yeah.
Especially because you could definitely injure yourself. You're getting thrown up in the air and doing all these twists and all that crazy stuff. I hope they go over the top with it. I hope there's like pyrotechnics and trampolines and all like flaming hoops like that they have to jump through. Like that would be cool if they like went more like the Cirque du Soleil route.
Siegfried and Roy type stuff.
Yeah. This could be cool. I can see this being a lot of fun and appealing to some new groups if done tastefully. But if they bro it up too hard and they just make a bunch of like skanky chicks come out, you're gonna turn off a lot of people. So that would be it wouldn't be me. I'd be happy about that. But like the general population,
right? The general social media world would be upset. And then I don't know. We would get. I think we're losing. I don't know where I was going with this. I was going to say I went to a Met game once and they had the band Heart perform. And like the audience was really into it because the game just ended. Everyone's like, what? But then Heart performed and they killed it. And they're so good. And like it was amazing. So the Mets always do these things to give to their fans because their team is a disaster, but they make up for it with dancers and
it's like, look, kids,
Shake Shack.
we're gonna lose 7-2 tonight, but we're gonna have fireworks, we're gonna have hot chicks dancing, we're gonna have an 80s band. Okay,
We're gonna get rid of the chop chops and put a mall.
Yeah, come for the baseball, get disappointed, stay for the show.
Right? And then go to the mall and spend your money, and you'll forget that you ever were a Met fan.
Oh, we gotta talk about that. We don't have the image right now, but we should talk about those renderings that they're released of that, because basically Steve Cohen's building a village all around the all around the ballpark. I love that. I think it's awesome. Yeah, I want to do a breakdown of that on one of the episodes. We'll put that on the list for the future. Moving along here to the I think this is the last thing we have. We don't even have a big show this week. So last thing we have, another visual up on the screen. Our team, the Yankees, are doing something I think is personally awesome, where
so unlikely, but yeah.
I know, because again, I was saying their promos usually blow, and a lot of their decisions from the top usually blow. But I like this. The new road uniforms are just going to be simple. There's going to be no more of the white outline around the word New York.
Yep.
It's just New York with just
the blue on the sleeves, I think.
Yeah.
Right? They'll have a little blue on this, maybe. I don't know.
I'm not 100% on that. I think it's cool. And you actually took the time to make this image, Mike. You took the time to put this together.
I did. I looked this up because I thought these New York uniforms went back to Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth, but what they had were gray uniforms, and it said Yankees with no outline. Same block lettering as the New York, but it said Yankees.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But then I think they introduced these when DiMaggio played, is the all the way New York jersey. You see Mickey Mantle wearing it. This is a Mitchell and Ness retro version. I don't know what the boats are. That's not part of the uniform. That would be too much for the Yankees. But they went back. They went back to this classic look.
It's Yankee Clippers, right? Isn't that the
Yankee Clippers? That's exactly it. So they went back to these. I think they're cool. I'm surprised
I love it.
They did this.
I love it. I think it looks. No, I echo everything you're saying, man. It's cool. They look cool. The thing is, they look clean.
Yeah.
You don't need to expand too much on talking about. They just look clean. They're simple. They're very, very they're classic, but also modern at the same time. I'm with David Wells in that I don't like the Nike swoosh for a different reason than he doesn't like it. But you know, we're not getting into politics. That would annoy me and annoy you. But I was hoping that they would go with the ones that you put on the screen here, Mike, where it would be the full on ash gray.
I think that's what it is.
Like that charcoal gray. I'm not a fashionista. I don't know the word, but I was hoping they were going to go back to that. The like old school, almost like a wool look to them.
Oh,
yeah.
I see. Yeah.
That'd be so sick if they did that. But no, they just went with plain flat gray, which I'm cool with. I think it's cool because the thing is, how many times have we've seen uniforms on this show? And actually, we did the whole episode about the stupid NBA City Connect jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
This right here would be in line with the ones that we would have liked from that based on the same criteria, in that they didn't reinvent the wheel. They kept it simple, they kept it classic, but they did a little bit of an update. And I think that's very, very cool. I'm a big fan of these. Would I buy one? Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know what season the Yankees started outlining the lettering in white. I would say maybe the late 60s, early 70s. So, you know, everybody thinks the Yankees have never had changes in the uniforms. They have, and we're going to show an example in a minute. But this is a computer rendering of what you could buy these now. So I would like to get it. I hate the Nike thing. You could see they moved the MLB patch down on all the jerseys in the back, and that's a whole nother fiasco with the league. It's no longer in that.
Oh, yeah. You know what? We were going to talk about that, but basically every show that covers baseball does it better than us, has already covered that. There's nothing you and I could possibly say that hasn't been said on the internet in the last 2 weeks. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing really that the number, I don't know if the baseball is a number 3 sport right now in America or if it's number 2. I don't know. But a multi-billion-dollar industry outsourced their uniforms to a company, and
Fanatics.
They didn't do any quality control before they just printed the entire league's worth. That's so insane to me, and it's embarrassing on so many levels. Anyway,
it's what the league wanted, and then Fanatics did it, and then Michael Rubin, the head of Fanatics, was like, yeah, it sucks. We pissed everybody off. We did what the league asked us, but he was kind of like not being neutral. He kind of understands why the fans are mad, but I just it's a mess what they ended up doing with the lettering and the
it's the thing is the fact that the league asked for it is kind of back to what I was saying. The fact that the league asked for it is embarrassing. The fact that the league's like, hey, can you take these uniforms that these guys work their asses off their whole lives to be?
Yeah, we lost Phil again. Phil is out today with his girlfriend and his dog, and I think the dog is just jealous and clicking off his internet for him. You know, the dog was like, "You're with me all day. We should be together in the evenings as well."
Oh my god.
Okay.
My thing froze again.
I think Benji is sabotaging you.
Benji, my dog, is sabotaging me. I don't know what's going on right now with my computer. It did that twice or kicked me up. I'll try a different browser, maybe on a different week. I'm not sure. What was I saying about how I was ranting about how the
uniforms are just terrible. They made the names on the back shorter. They moved the MLB patch down, thus causing the lettering and the names to be smaller.
The numbers are lower. No, it's the fact that the league added that. The fact that the league took something that wasn't broken and decided to fuck it up is crazy to me. And it's another reason. I'm going to do a whole episode on why I hate Rob Manfred. I've talked about this in the past on several of our Brawl videos and on our podcast version. I'm going to do like a countdown of like why Rob Manfred's an idiot. And like, this is just the latest in him being a fuck up as a commissioner. He sucks. Okay, but anyway, back to we got off the Yankees jersey. Back to the Yankees jerseys. It sucks that they're thin and poorly made for the players, but at the same time, I think they look damn cool. I really do. I think these are classic. They're awesome. There's not much to expand on.
I think the Yankees need this little boost because they've been in this purgatory of they make the playoffs every year, they win the division, they don't win anything. They haven't won since 2009.
They haven't actually won that many divisions, if believe it or not. If you look at the actual numbers, they've only won like one in the last 10 or 12 years. It's been a lot of wild card berths and early exits.
Yeah, we're spoiled as Yankee fans, but I don't care. We've been spoiled since 1923 when they won their first World Series. So this is nothing new. It's not like they're a new dynasty. They've been the greatest sports team in history.
I will say this.
So they win.
You're right. We've been spoiled. But I was mentally ready after the what was the year when they really sucked? 2016 or 15 or one of those?
Yeah, I
was mentally ready for them to do a full-on early 90s, like just tank it. We're going to finish in fourth. I was mentally ready to go to a bunch of games for $4 and just make fun of them and just know they sucked for 4 or 5 years and build like all the other teams have. But then they turned around really quickly.
2017 with the rookies, the baby bombers. And they were like, we don't have to do anything. We're going to win anyway.
I was so ready I was mentally prepared for them to be a fourth place team. And then they just weren't,
except for last year.
Yeah, any non-Yankee fan watching this is sitting there going like, "Fuck you guys, fuck you guys,
non-Yankee fans,
fuck you, and you're fucking." Hey, all are welcome here. Okay, all are welcome here. But if you make fun of us, we're gonna make fun of you right back. Especially if you root for teams that we hate, like the Astros or Red Sox or Rays or whoever. Anything else? Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say with the jersey. See, this is a big move for the Yankees because there's no. All the teams are supposed to be doing City Connect jerseys. Nobody's doing them. The Yankees technically have a third jersey, but it's for spring training only, and it's the navy blue jersey with the NY patch. And somebody said, why don't they just make that their City edition uniforms? Because I don't think that would really be breaking with tradition. I would be for it, even if they gave it a little. I wouldn't mind that. But
I'm somebody who.
But I kind of like that they're sticking to the league. Yeah.
I like the variety. I like variety. I actually like a lot of the City Connect. I know I'm in the minority on that because some of them are atrocious. But I like the City Connect for one reason, and that's just variety. There's 162 effing games, and there's 81 away and 81 home games. You might as well mix it up once in a while.
No, I like that. I like turn back the clock day and the need day.
I think that's boring about the Yankees is if they only have home and away. I'd like to see them do a navy. You know what I'd love to see them do? Those ones that like the starter jackets where it says Yankees in cursive across the front.
Oh yeah,
do a game like that where they do like either grays or they do whites with just that. It would be cool.
Traditional, yeah, something we've seen, but in on the jersey, yeah.
I'm telling you, it gets boring after a while. And
hell, their away uniforms are super boring but super classic. So I'm surprised they made this much of a change.
Yeah. This isn't that much of a change. This is just a little outlining on the lettering. Who cares? But no, I think whoever said that is right. I would like to see them, especially in some of those early season games where they're still screwing around. Like spring training's over, but like they're still essentially doing spring training. I'd like to see them do that. I'd like to see them do the dark uniforms and all that stuff.
There was a time the Yankees had red stripes in their uniforms with the blue, like Babe Ruth wore those. They had stripes in their hats. They didn't have the NY in the hats or on the. They had them on the hats. They didn't have them on the uniforms. So there are throwback Yankee jerseys. In fact, we have a picture of one they actually wore.
Oh yeah, I think these are sick. I would love if they rocked these once in a while. Like, I don't know about on the road or maybe I don't know because this was a road jersey. This is at Fenway. By the way, I love this picture because you got
the old Jack Chesborough.
Jeter, A-Rod, and Girardi all in this. And no, I like these. I'd like to see them do more variety. That's all. That's all I want to see is just more variety in some Yankee uniforms. And you don't need to go crazy City Connect and change the color scheme like some of these other cities did, like Boston.
Like I have so many Yankee hats of different colors and shapes.
Yeah.
That's for the consumer, but for the team, you can keep it traditional. I agree with what you're saying. It'll be something fun every now and then.
Yeah, that's it. You know what? We can end it right there. Just do something fun every now and then. Come on.
Do some fun.
Do some fucking fun. No, I'm with you, Mike. I think that I couldn't have put it better myself.
They should do like scratch and sniff jerseys that smell like subway piss. Just blend into the city.
You have to actually see if you can get one of the players to come up to you so you can scratch their uniform and
it smells like the subway. It smells like piss.
It smells like urine.
The New York stench. All right, good show. We're gonna end it there.
Yeah, we're gonna end it right there. Thanks for listening / watching. Smash that sub for us. Comment, tell us that we suck. There we go. Good night.
Good night.